Today, yet again, the police coupled with the army blocked BOBI WINE when he was going to campaign in NAKAWA. Because as usual, the police has continued to meddle into the internal politics of the country.
It's okay, operatives. Okay.
And if you see such things, for a presidential candidate to be blocked, in some cases, blocked from you accessing certain roads, it is an alarming situation that needs to be settled. I follow politics across the country. I've never come out to see if a particular candidate is going to be in a certain district, is free to use it as he wants, for as long as lives are not lost and people are not stolen. But here in Uganda, even if you're going to be in a certain district, they have to put you in the roads, which, by the way, sometimes don't even add value in your campaign. They even go as far as blocking the people from welcoming you. Case an example, today BOBI WINE was being welcomed by very many people. The army had to block a mammoth crowd so that he cannot greet them. Then what is the purpose of politics? Because I know campaigns means merrymaking, happiness. Even in the first democratic countries like US, they bring artists. It's about merrymaking as you pass on a message. If the police continues to block people from greeting BOBI WINE and making merry, is a problem. In fact, BOBI WINE had to jump out of the car to go and greet his supporters to an extent that the UPDF had to tear gas him. In fact, he hesitated. So, what you are seeing right there is BOBI WINE going to greet his supporters who had earlier been blocked by the Uganda police for fear of him greeting these individuals. And it is really a problem. In campaigns, I'm allowed to greet my supporters, make processions, bring artists, but it's only BOBI WINE who is blocked. And the ruling party sometimes campaigns and bring artists in certain regions to sing to midnight, and the opposition is not allowed. Let's continue. So what you see right there is a candidate forcing himself to go and greet his supporters, which ordinarily should not be a force. When I'm giving examples of democratic institutions across the country, I don't want to speak about Britain. It has been with democracy for almost 200 years, the same to US. Even our neighbors in Kenya, if a candidate is going to be in a particular county, is free to utilize this as he wants. So if you fear that he's telling lies, get another and you also come and pitch the whole day there. But blocking presidential candidates and their supporters from accessing them, it is a tragedy. Let's continue.
Bano babadde babasibidde eno azze ababuuzeeko abantu be bamukweka tebaagala bantu bamulabe. Bano babadde babasibidde mayiro 10 atambuzaawo ebigere n'ayita mu basirikale najja n'abatuukako.
So are you seeing what the police is doing? Tear gassing supporters. Yet it is a season for doing campaigns. A season for doing campaigns, you have no moral authority of tear gassing somebody's supporters who are escorting him to the campaign venue. It's like people were rioting, which was not the case. Tear gas must be reserved for riots, not even protests, because protests are enshrined in our constitution. But they continue doing this to intimidate. I've always told people that the reasons why they tear gas BOBI WINE supporters is one, they reduce on the crowds. Because there are some people who may be not good health-wise, they cannot go and tear gas. There are some old people, there are some women, they will not come in your campaigns. So it is a technique to reduce on the crowds. Let's continue.
Atiise eyo wini weeri abantu babadde babasibidde mayiro 10 naye ayise mu poliisi mama bagenda kutowa boda bagenda kutowa bakabasiddemu nabo laba we badduka emisinde babatuddemu tiyagasi babe nabo we badduka laba we badduka tiyagasi laba afande bwadduka gatiyagasa mutta uyo adduka tiyagasa mutta uyo babo badduka genda mazi abakola uyo agenda
So, ordinarily, that is what happened when BOBI WINE was starting his campaign rally. And we are continuing to see violence, unconstitutionalism, unfair games played in a political circle. They not only stir emotions, but they are building something which, as a country, may not be able to stop. But nevertheless, BOBI WINE was welcomed on the rally and it was massive. In fact, here's what happened. That is Bobi Wine. So one thing for sure is you cannot, a revolution is like water, where there's no way it can make its own way. Even when you try to close a river, it will make another alternative route and it will make a way for itself. So instead of putting their shoes on our neck, they should just sell their agenda. Don't beat up opposition politicians. It's what I would want even if my candidate wins the presidency. I wouldn't want the regime to fight off the opposition. Opposition must be given an opportunity to sell their agenda. If government feels like they are lying, retaliate by making your own point. The people decide. Ugandan people are not stupid. They know. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi. If this is your first time on this channel, subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more such videos. I will see you on another one. Peace.